Hello, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with Brian. Last time, we had learned a new move, the dash slash, from a nail master who is hiding out here at the edge of the world. And it's been a few days since I've played. I've been doing a little bit of traveling once again, and so I've been away from the game and have been recording ahead of time. I think, basically, I was saying in the previous episode that it would be great to kind of get back, because there are some, yikes, earlier areas that I should really get back to, because we've kind of progressed a bit farther ahead than I was expecting to this early. And so that's going to be kind of my goal for today. And I would like to try to kind of unlock some shortcuts along the way that might make it easier to get back to some of this area in the future. And so that's going to be kind of my immediate goal for right now. If we take a look at where we are on the map near the bottom right, I want to try to work my way up to the top of this area in order to try to get out. And so that is going to be my immediate goal, and if I can manage to stay alive while I'm doing it, since I'm out of practice with the controls of that game, this game, that would be pretty terrific as well. Can I make this jump over here? Yes. Okay, and so on the map, basically I want to hit up here and then over to the left. Okay, that all seems doable. For the most part, I'll be retraversing some of what we've seen before, and so I'll make a cut when I get to a new area that's a little bit further up top. Okay, I've made it up higher on the map than I have been before, and just happened to notice a secret wall over here. And so let's check this out and see if and what it's going to lead to. Oh my goodness. It's the butt of some creature. And we appear to be tickling it. Alright. Well, that's nice. Where are we here? I guess the creature must be a bit further above. So perhaps if I keep climbing, I can find my way up there, but I do believe this is higher than I've traveled up here before. Kingdom's Edge is a very tall area. Oops, hello. I do not like you. Oops. And I'm also unable to hit you. Come on, Brian. Use the controller. Press the correct buttons. You can do it. Yeah, if I actually concentrate... Oh, gosh. These guys ought not be that bad to deal with. There we go. And I've got some soul that I can heal with. And there are some easier enemies that will give me more soul that'll make it easier for me to get enough to heal with. It looks like I can't actually make a jump to get all the way up there. So I'm not sure whether they'll be able to continue ascending that way at the moment. You are a good provider of extra soul. Thank you very much. More healing for Brian. That is great. And I hear bellfly over here, so let's be careful and wary of that. Ah, and I can see the bellfly is right below me. Kablam! Ouch! Alright, apparently that made the explosion go off. I thought that I would hit him and avoid the explosion, and it did not work out that way. But we can just kind of continue climbing our way up this area. Lots more of these giant peaceful bees, who I'm happy to hit with my... Yep. Okay. There are... I think we saw this at the bottom, too. There's just, like, corpses falling from somewhere above us. So that is definitely interesting and unusual, and hopefully they won't land on our head and end up kind of whopping us in the noggin. But I'm just going to continue to try to climb as much as possible. Yikes, where's the platform? Here it is. I need to make sure that I know where I'm jumping to, because there's not a lot. Oh boy, I did it again. Alright, once more. There's not a lot of places to stand up here. And if you miss what you're going for, you'll be out of luck. There we go. Ouch. Alright, you need to die now. Great. More places to stand. How close to the top am I? I am pretty close to the top right now, and we can see that there's an exit out at the top left. So let's try to find our way over there. That is where I would like to go. More things falling from the sky, but I think this is the exit that I was trying to get to. Because I think this will unlock some kind of shortcut that will make it easier to come back here in the future. And in the meantime, we have an area with more hoppers. which will allow me to fill up on soul. Oops, I just healed and I don't need to heal. I'm already back up to maximum hit points. There's a bellfly. We'll just avoid that. The bellfly explosion is clearly pretty powerful. Oops, alright. Speak of the devil. Takes off 2 hit points from me rather than just 1. And we are off the map over here, so I can't really see where I'm going, but it looks like there's a way to go this way. And so we will just kind of follow the way. Here is a shortcut to be unlocked. Let's go ahead and see where that's going to come out to. Oops, ouch. Alright, that was not smart. Let's try this again. There we go. And that's how you hit a bellfly before it hits you. There we go. Did it again. And the exit of this place is, I think, somewhere that we do have on the map. It is not somewhere that we have on the map. Right. Okay. Well, we're in like a giant elevator shaft, and I will check that out in just a minute. We unlocked a shortcut this way, but let's also see what happens if we travel the other way. Lots more bellflies, who I will just choose to go past. And over here... Aha! Another warrior finds its way to our fair Colosseum. Ours is the final destination for all seeking trials of intense and deadly combat. All one has to do is place their mark upon the trial board, choice, and lo, the arena's gate will open. Small fee attached to each trial, but I'm sure as a skilled combatant as yourself will have accrued a wealth of geo. Now, before you draw your nail and rush eagerly to battle, I'll offer one quick word of advice. There's a warrior's pit below, where others like you await their own trials. Use it to rest up before placing your mark. This guy is called the Little Fool. I have no doubt I'm a fearsome warrior myself. Don't go judging me by my size or my current constraint. The Colosseum beckons us both. I'll be back in battle soon. Make a contribution and you can enter the trial of the warrior. Pay to open the trial of the warrior. I do like spending money while I have it, and even though I don't have very much right now, I will go ahead and pay to at least unlock that. Although I don't plan to actually fight in the Colosseum right now. I hope your performance is spectacular. But we've run into a couple of people who were trying to find their way back down here in order to get into an exciting battle. And so now we actually get a chance to see this place. And there is a bench here to rest at. And so that's the main thing that I wanted to come down here for right now, is basically the opportunity to rest at the bench. And while we can't see exactly what's going on inside the Colosseum, we can get a sense of it from right over there. But this is a place that I would like to return to in the future. And so I just wanted to come rest at the bench and pointed out this is definitely going to be a place that we will come back to again. But for right now, I would like to get back to some earlier areas. So let's go back over to that shortcut in the elevator pathway. Alright, back into the elevator hallway, and I guess... Can I just, like, slide down the wall or fall down in order to get all the way back down here? I hope there's not... Oh, there's something... There's another exit over here, maybe? I hear water flowing down below, but I'm just kind of on a ledge over here. Alright. I see. Here we go. Here's our elevator. And if I ride this back up to the top, where is this going to take me out? And is it going to be a place that I have on the map already? Do not have a map for this area. Honestly, I have no recollection of where I am with respect to anything else right now. And so let's go exploring together. This is a tough dude. Who I think it would be prudent just to try to avoid for the moment. You're not so bad. We've got some kind of old sign over here that's in bad shape. Alright, you are dead. That's great. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where I am over here, but there's a switch. And if I do this, I think I just saw something get unlocked right above me over here. And I don't have a map for this area either. I do have a little bit... Oh, Stagway. Alright, that is always something that we like to try to get to. A mechanism with a slot for some kind of pass. Alright, this does not appear to actually be a Stagway. Instead, it's like a train station stop. And we can't seem to use that right now. So let's try going the other way instead. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot around here. Lots of gravestones and different things. And so if we continue this way... Ooh, look at this. This looks important. Can I get out of here now? I'm kind of trapped inside. Inspect. To protect the vessels, the dreamers lay sleeping. Monomun the teacher in her archive surrounded by fog and mist. Lurien the watcher in his spire looking over the city. Hera the beast in her den amid the deep darkness beyond the kingdom. Through their devotion, Hallownest lasts eternal. So we have Monomun the teacher, Lurien the watcher, and Hera the beast, and as well as kind of the shape of their faces or their masks as it may be, they are protecting the vessel. Dreamer locations added to map. Alright. Go no further, little shadow. What compels it to climb out of the darkness? What compels its return to the sacred kingdom? Return to the kingdom. A call from beyond the seals? By the vessel? Or by that captive light? This will all be important. Would the seals break? They cannot be undone. But the vessel weakens. That plague springs anew. They must be undone. Yet our seals remain. Our duty holds. It must be cast away. Our duty holds. It shall be done. Whoa. Fade away, little shadow. Fade away and let us sleep in peace. And now we're somewhere else. Alright. Doesn't seem like there's anything over there or over here. Oh, now there is. There's some kind of moth that is flying away. And now there's some platforms that we can travel on in order to kind of chase this guy. And so, not having any better sense of where to go, we will go this way and see where it takes us. And the music here just makes things all the more mysterious. Not to mention, once again, kind of like those weird trees that we saw, got all these weird Dreamcatchery-like symbols all around. Yeah, we're in some weird place. We're chasing a radiant moth who's flying off into the distance. We've got platforms that are just appearing underneath our feet, leading us over in this direction. And over here we find someone to listen to. They have like two weird antennae and wings. What a terrible fate they visited upon you, to cast you away into this space between body and soul. Will you accept their judgment and fade slowly away? Or will you take the weapon before you and cut your way out of this sad, forgotten dream? Alright, and there's something here. It appears that was standing in front of a weird statue that almost looks like a rabbit over here with these ears and perhaps eyes. Alright, inspect. Take in the dream nail. Hold B to charge and slash with the nail. Cut through the veil between dreams and waking. And so like any good Metroidvania, on top of the normal world, we have to layer on a whole new world of other things to explore. Ah. I don't know if you call it voice acting, but these characters who kind of like speak in just a foreign tongue, I really like their voices, and I like the voice of this character a lot. And it also has these kind of antenna, rabbit ear kind of things. Let's talk to this person. Or bug. The seer. Ah, you've returned. Welcome back to the waking world. Those figures, those dreamers, they reached out with what little power they still have and dragged you into that hidden place. But that talisman you now wield, the dream nail, it can cut through the veil that separates the waking world from our dreams. Even the dreamers themselves cannot hide from such a weapon. Though I must admit that sacred blade has dulled over time. Together, perhaps, we can restore its power. You only have to bring me essence. Essence, the precious fragments of light that dreams are made of. Collect it wherever you find it and bring it to me. Once we have enough, we can work wonders together. Go out into the world, wielder. Hunt down the essence that lingers there. Collect 100 essence and return to me, and I will teach you more. Alright, so we have visited the seer, and now, in addition to our normal nail, we have a dream nail. And it works a little bit weird. You just have to hold down the button. And after a few seconds of charging, it goes off. You can't kind of like hold it or time it to go off. So it's kind of difficult to use at certain times. And it's always good to talk to people multiple times. You're still unpracticed in the way of dreams. Collect 100 essence with the dream nail. Visit me again, and I will share what little wisdom I have. Essence can be found wherever dreams take root. Have you seen them? Those whispering plants that grow out all over this old kingdom? I believe there's one just outside. Why not strike it with your dream nail and see what happens? Alright. So there's a plant that we need to strike with the dream nail, and we are currently in the resting grounds. And yes, it tells us to hold B to use the dream nail. And this happens. And now we can collect essence. These little crazy dream catchery circles are the essence of dreams that can be found throughout this world. And yeah, kind of have a cool sound as we collect them. But this is effectively like a little in-game tutorial area for how the those trees work. And let's see, there's one more up here. And one over here. And also a shaky floor right here. Yeah. There was a sound after I collected the last one. And if we go back up and visit the tree up here, we will discover that it has changed the way that it looks. And if I dream nail it, dead remembered, penitent moth, dreams revered. Alright, and that's all that it says. And if I go into my inventory, there's the dream nail. I thought it shows me how much essence I currently am holding. Yeah, 20. Okay, it says next to the dream nail. So I currently have 20 essence. She asked me to return when I have 100. And if I go over here... Hey! Here we actually have a stagway. As well as what looks like Corniferous calling card. So it seems like we could go back to Dirtmouth and purchase a map of this area. And you'll recall the other stagways, you had to pay money in order to unlock. This one just has a switch, and I'm pretty sure the reason is there's no enemies in this area, and so if you didn't have enough money, you wouldn't be able to unlock it. And so they had to put a switch in this stagway. But let's see what this old stag, or the last stag, has to say. Many stag stations have been opened. Again, I can travel the breadth of the kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere amongst the lines lies the stag nest, the place where I was born and raised. I thought its location lost to my failing mind, but I can now almost remember the path. If you keep opening stag stations and beckoning me through them, perhaps I'll again find the nest. I would like that very much. And now about this place, the resting grounds. Passengers would come here to conduct rituals for those who had passed on. Not anymore, though. Perhaps the dead conduct their own rituals now? Alright, and that's all that he has to say. There was kind of a shaky floor to investigate down beyond here, but I have been aching to get back to Dirtmouth and finish off some of the early places that we haven't had a chance to finish off. And so I am going to travel back this way so that we can get back to some of the earlier places in the game. But now we have the opportunity to travel to a bunch more places. And furthermore, if we do go back here, up at Cornifer and Azelda's shop, we'll actually be able to purchase a map of the resting grounds. So let's pop in to do that before I forget that that's something I need to do. Resting grounds. Map of the resting grounds, a sacred place not far from the crossroads. Cornifer told me he found the area serene and calming, but it sounds a bit spooky to me. No thanks. It only costs 75. So let me go ahead and purchase that map. And there are some new items for sale. Whispering Root Pin. Cornifer has been telling me about these strange whispering roots he's been seeing, those weird dreamcatcher trees. I've made some pins so you can record their locations yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so that we can have those on our map. And a Warrior's Grave Pin. Use these pins to mark down interesting graves to go and pay your respects. I don't have 180 Geo right now, so I can't buy that just yet, so we'll have to come back to that in the future. But we have seen a number of those whispering roots throughout the game, and I wonder, yes, I see one kind of in the center of the map over here, and so the places that we have already encountered them, they will be marked on the map, and so we'll be able to go find them in the future and hit them with the Dream Nail in order to collect more essence. So that is great. While I'm back in town, let's just kind of pop into all the places and stores and see if there's any new dialogue from any folks. I don't remember where I was with Bretta last time. The White Savior returns. Long they remained apart, and the village, once so warm, now grew cold. The maiden felt the well of grief. It gripped fierce about her lonely shell. And suddenly, as though her tragic state was sensed, the Savior returned, standing tall, glowing bright. Below shining horns, eyes welled black, glistening, eyes only for the maiden long missed, long desired. Her Savior leaned close, sat beside, perfectly composed. In that charged, breathless moment, not a word need be spoken. The maiden's shell felt suddenly tight. Her claws curled. No glance was shared, no claws touched, just perfect, aching love shared in silence together. Referring to a moment where we sat together on the bench. Alright, speaking of sitting on the bench, did I sit on the bench over here? That's always a good thing to do. Elderbug, what do you have to say? Do you see the tall cliff beyond the town's graveyard? That's only the base of a much larger peak. Mines and machinery and all sorts of valuable rock formations inside. Many a traveler through Dirtmouth headed straight for it. I think we've heard that bit of dialogue before, but it is the case that I do want to head over in that direction. We could still purchase a vessel fragment, a simple key, and a rancid egg, but I hardly have any money right now. Oh, but while we're here, I do have a new thing, which is a Dream Nail. And the Dream Nail allows us to kind of cut between the waking world and the world of dreams, and it also allows us to peer inside the thoughts of others. We can use it on things like shopkeepers. Sly says, wherever you are, whatever it is you do now, I hope you three are looking after yourselves. Now let's try using the Dream Nail on a few other folks. Elderbug, to descend into that ruin. Why? Things are so much simpler up here. Let's try it on a Zelda in the shop. I'm glad I put down my weapon. This quiet life with Corny makes me a lot happier. It would be nice to stretch my legs again, though, sometime soon. And finally, I suppose we can try it on Bretta, even though she's sleeping. White Wanderer, don't be shy. Cold outside. Bed is soft. Ah, there's an invitation. Alright, but we've made it back to Dirtmouth. And yeah, the Dream Nail can be used on many different things. Oops. Even some of the creatures that we might encounter down here. I'm going to go ahead and kill you and try it on someone a little slower moving, that I can actually get the timing to line up. Here we go. Oop, nope, that's too fast. Ouch. And my thorns just killed him. That's not what I meant to do. Let's do this. Alright, you're nice and slow moving. If I wind it up. Alright, that was not quite the right timing. I will try this again. But we can even read the thoughts of these various bugs and husks that wander about. Pain is the only thing that this one has to say. While I'm over here, back in the Forgotten Crossroads, it's probably the case, I don't remember, that we've rescued some more grubs. So let's go visit the Grub Father and see if we've rescued any more, and if he has any rewards for us. And it does appear that we have rescued 3, 4, 5. Alright, good for me. 5 more grubs. And all of a sudden I have a bunch of money again. Yeah, alright, well, you know my policy with money. Once I have money, let's go ahead and spend it on things so we don't have to worry about losing it anymore in the future. So I'm going to head back upstairs to some of the shops, and we'll go ahead and spend some of this money. So over here in Sly's shop, it's the case that a vessel fragment, a piece of a soul vessel, costs $5.50. That's a good way to spend most of my money. So I'm going to go ahead and just buy that one. And I believe that's our second of 3 vessel fragments. So if we get more, we will increase the capacity of our soul vessel for storing up magical powers. So that'll be good. And now that we're back, it was the case that ELDERBUG was talking about the peak beyond the graveyard. Ooh, hello. Gravedigger. Another wielding weapon. I suppose you'll be leaving many a corpse in your wake. If you won't spare a thought for the dead, at least consider all the extra work you force upon those in my profession. Interesting. That is something we hadn't encountered before. This appears to be the peak that ELDERBUG was referring to. And there is a door with a simple lock, where we would need a simple key. But in order to get over to the peak, I think we have to go underground, over to the right. And yes, there are places... Oops. I accidentally pressed up and climbed back up. There are places to the right that we have not explored for one reason or another, so I'm going to head over there next, and we'll do some exploring together. I want to try using the Dream Nail on a couple more guys, and so let's just see. Couldn't quite get it. There we go. You want to hurt me? It's kind of interesting to try to read the thoughts of the various bugs and husks around the world. I couldn't quite get that one off. Alright. But it can be difficult. You can only use the Dream Nail when you're kind of standing on flat ground, and it has a very long kind of charge-up time. So it's hard to try to read the thoughts of everything. Okay, over here, if we go a little bit further down and then to the right. Right, this is a portion of the map that we had not fully explored. Right, over here, there was something like Mina or Myra? Mila. Bury my body, cover my shell. What meaning in darkness? Yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever, till light blooms again. And previously she was mining, and now she just looks tired. How much longer? Kill it! How much longer? Dangerous! How much longer? Kill it! How much longer? Kill the empty one. How much longer must I dig? Weird. And I recall that there was a reason that we couldn't progress any further up here, but I don't remember what the reason was. So let's go travel over here. Ah, right. This floor that I couldn't break through. Oops, wrong button. But now I can. And I saw a platform in the upper right. Crystal Peak. So this is the peak that the ELDERBUG was referring to. We don't have a map of this area yet, so it would be great to try to get our hands on one, and so perhaps we'll run into Cornifer. But let's see if we can manage to climb up this peak and see what kinds of enemies we encounter. Okay, this guy has a hard shell. We can hit him from the front, but we can't hit him from the back. I wonder if I can hit him with the Dream Nail if I time things well over here, though. Kill. Hurt. Alright, and we got a new entry from the Hunter, since that was a new enemy. A Glimback is the name of that guy. And this area will introduce some new mechanics, such as these conveyor belts. that work kind of as you'd expect. I'm going to try to work my way kind of upwards at the beginning and just see where we can manage to get to. There's a bunch of miners. There'll be a whole lot more here to explore. But let's see if we can climb our way to the top, or most of the way to the top of this peak to get things started. Conveyor belts that go up and down as well. And even though these guys are big, they are relatively easy to fight. Got a bunch of miners in here who will try to attack us with their pickaxes, either using melee combat or by throwing the pickaxes at us. Alright. And if we take our time, we can deal with these guys as well. We'll gain some money fighting all of these bad guys, which is good, because there are still more things to buy. And it looks like I just lost my opportunity to make it over that little gap. So let's try this again. Go this way. And if I go up here, there's a little grub, but he's behind a wall, so we'll have to find a different way to get in there. Let's see. Ooh, it looks like lots of wall jumping over here. Can I do this? That's not so bad. Alright, this actually seems pretty simple. As far as parkour goes, try to get to that guy. Oops! Moment I said simple, I got clumsy. These conveyors are running a little bit faster than the previous ones. There we go! I've rescued you! Hooray! More grubs and more future rewards. Alright, and open that little shortcut. Terrific. What do we have over here? We have guys who shoot lasers out of their head, and who, it seems, are completely immune to my sword. So some of you might wonder, are they immune to other attacks? And the answer is no. I can still kill them using my magic attack. Crystal Crawler discharges searing beams of light from the crystals on its back as it crawls around, seemingly unaware. I guess there was also the entry for the Husk Miner. Remains of a bug drawn into the crystal peak for its precious crystal. Its claw pick now doubles as a fierce weapon. Alright, so I only have so much soul for using my magic attack, and so for the most part... Ouch! Okay, I'm just gonna have to avoid these guys as opposed to attack them. That's fine. We can do that. Oops. Alright, taking unnecessary damage from an attack with the Husk Miner, and I see something good up here. It's a sheet of paper. It suggests that we're getting close to Cornifer. Oh boy. Alright, let's try to hang out in the space between bad guys. And then avoid them. Nice. Nice. Alright, seems like we're working our way over to Cornifer. I still see signs of his maps. Aha! Ooh, there's something up there, too. Come to scale the mountain. I've heard tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me, though, and I'm not really one for heights. Purchase a map of the area? Yes, please, Cornifer. Map updated. Alright, and so here we have a sketch of Crystal Peak. And we climbed at least part of the way up. I jabbed myself on one of those crystals back there. Awful sharp they are, and all over the place. You best watch yourself if you're heading up. Alright, thanks, Cornifer. That's all he has to say. Sadly, that seems to be a little too high for me to jump up to. So I don't think there's going to be a way for me to get up there. And over here... That's much too long of a jump for me to be able to cross. So if we want to go other directions, or I guess we have to go other directions, because they seem to be the only ways to go. So let's continue trying to climb the peak so long as possible. Alright, another miner dealt with. And I don't think we've seen this guy before. Shard Mite. Feeds on crystal dust and uses crystallized spines to protect itself from danger. Only just got a quick sense of his behavior there. But if you get close... Ouch! Shards come out of their back, which are pointy, and can damage you. and also protect it. So you have to time your attacks to be able to get them before they can get you. Apparently there's a bench over here. So that could be a nice place to go. And here's a bench, but I can't sit on it because something or someone is in the way. Can I dream nail that thing? Shining. I am the light. Can I hit it with my sword? I can. But it's the Crystal Guardian and it's a boss. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, lasers. Lasers coming from every direction. Oh gosh. Alright, this guy's hard. Alright, if he's gonna shoot a laser, I need to get over to the other side and hit him in the back. Oops, ouch. Oh gosh. Alright, let's try to heal too. Healing is good. Great. Ouch. Alright, hit him in the back. Oh boy, he's jumping all around. Yeah. You like to scream, I get it. I like to scream sometimes too. Ah! Okay. Oh! He jumped up into the ceiling. But I can't escape this place once again, and I have a bench to rest at, which is perhaps the most important thing. Alright, where am I on the map? The map has now been updated since I sat at a bench. There is a place to go up farther to the left, and so since I'm trying to climb, let's try to see if we can go up farther to the left. Now that I have a bench to sit at, I have a little bit more confidence. Various bosses sometimes give you various rewards, and in this case, the reward seems to be just having gotten access to that bench. And a pile of, like, mined goods over here. What do we have? Shopkeeper's key. What could that be used for? Perhaps we'll find out in the future. Okay, there's like a wall all along here. Ouch! Okay, those guys' lasers can cut around corners. So I want to go through here. Seems like this is the way I need to go. Okay, I just walked right into that laser. That was brilliant. It was not brilliant, it was the opposite of brilliant, honestly. Let's heal back up. This guy can return to me some of my soul power, since he's easy to kill. Strike him multiple times with the nail. And let's continue heading upwards, as is my goal. Is there anything hidden over here? Doesn't appear to be. I like the particle effects here, with just like the little crystal shards kind of like glowing and flowing upwards. Alright, what do we have over here? Oh, it's Squirrel. Ah, quite a view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating if not for your small stature. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Did it sadden you to see those miners below, still laboring at their endless tasks? Mila definitely saddened me. Even overcome, a strong purpose has been imprinted on their husks. The crystal ore is said to contain a sort of energy, not as powerful as the soul the city dwellers harnessed, but far less lethal. Strange to know such ancient facts. I wonder from where my knowledge comes. If only there were a clue that you were wearing. At this high vantage, I can just make it out, the light from that sad little town. I doubt its residents could even comprehend the scale of the world that surrounds them. It is the case, so small it seems, that the scale of the world is starting to become known to me at this point, because here are the places that we have the map of that we have explored, and this world is quite vast. And also, in the center of my map, we see something there. Yeah, and further over to the left, and further over to the left, there are 3 kind of giant masks that are the locations of the dreamers that were added to my map earlier, that I forgot to actually take a look at the map and kind of point out. But let's continue to explore. There's a place up there that I definitely can't go, right? Yeah, much too high. Try to get anywhere up there. How about further over this way? Yeah, there's a place to go down. Let's try to stay as high as possible. It's called Crystal Peak, and I'd like to get to the peak. Ah, but I can't jump up there. I wonder... I don't actually know this for sure or not. I wonder... It's kind of just out of reach, and there is an enemy right there. I wonder if I could pogo off the enemy in order to make that jump. Ah, the enemy doesn't respawn. I guess if I went back and sat at the bench, the enemy would respawn. That's okay. Oops. Okay. I traveled down further than I meant to. Ooh. Here's something to open something. Okay, great. Do I know where I am on the map? I'm kind of off of Cornifer's sketch. So we're just kind of exploring blind on our own. So I guess let's just have some fun exploring blind on our own. What do we have over here? Nothing apparently right there. Ouch. Ouch. Alright, hey, crazy Glimback or whatever you're called. Quit hitting me with spikes. That's not nice. I thought I heard some kind of squeaky noise that I did not immediately recognize. It might just be related to the gears of these crazy contraptions. There's another shortcut kind of thing, apparently. And some kind of, I don't know, weird-looking device in the background. Can I read this sign? No. Yes, definitely weird-looking stuff around here. It feels a bit more industrial. And over here, we have little platforms that flip directions after being stood upon. So if you needed an extra platforming challenge, now we have it. Alright, fortunately I appear to be up to the task for the moment. I don't need to heal, but I will take some extra soul. So thank you for that. Is there anything else hidden here? It doesn't appear to be. More lasers, great. These appear to be at least static lasers, so they're not that difficult to avoid. You just have to work on the timing. The music's getting a little bit more intense as we go out this way. It's a real kind of pulsing rhythm to it. Oh boy. Yikes. Okay. Avoid the lasers. Oh, crap. Alright, deal with the conveyor belt. Come on. Okay, what I need to do is something like that, and then that. Oh boy. Ouch. 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 Did I mention ouch? I believe I did. Let's try this again. Okay. Alright. That's not bad. Okay, let's jump from here. There we go. And then jump. Oh boy, I did it again. Okay, I made it here though. Let's just keep going. Great, made it over here. Yes, please, I would like some soul. I can use that for healing. Thank you. Can I climb this wall? Is there anything else up here? Doesn't appear to be. Let's see. So what do we have down here? Now it's just a place to go down. Okay, great. Way, way off the map. And it doesn't look like I can cross over there, so it looks like I'm going this way. This bridge looks a little rickety. And the music has gone quiet. That's always worrisome. Inspect. Consumed the crystal heart. Hold the left trigger while on the ground or cling to a wall to concentrate the force. Release the button to blast forward and fly through the air. This is one of those power-ups that you don't quite expect when you're playing this game. Let's try it out. Hold left trigger to super dash. The bridge is out. Well, it's lucky that I got this thing then. And then once you release it, zoom! We have a new mobility power-up, and it is awesome. This is one of the most fun movement things I feel like you find in any game. Especially when it has levels designed to take advantage of it. Yeah, we can basically fly horizontally for kind of like any direction and length. And so, for example, if I happen to crawl up here and see that there's a grub on the right-hand side, I have a way to get to him. Hey, buddy. I rescued you. Hooray! Alright. That's going to give us a lot of new movement possibilities, including somewhere that we saw over near Cornifer when we kind of like first came into this area. Now, unfortunately, I guess I still don't have a map, but I can kind of get back onto the map sketch if I go further back to the left. So let's just try to make our way back to the left and see if we can find our way back onto the portion of the map that I have. It would also be great at this point, I think, to reach a bench, because we've done a lot this episode already. Still don't know where I am. There's a grub up there, so I would like to get to him ideally. This doesn't look dangerous at all. Okay, that's not so bad. Can I get up to the grub up through here? It seems likely that it would be in this direction to get to him. Ouch. Okay. Apparently I need to work on my timing. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's actually not so bad. This one has a different timing thing going on. Great. Rescued another grub. Hooray! I'm the grub rescuer. And it looks like if we want to go back to the left, go back through here and then go through these. Okay, that's not so bad. Oops, okay. I was a little bit worried on that last one, but managed to make it through. And am I near the bench? The bench is actually right above me. Let's try to make it back over to that bench. And then, ooh, boy, okay. Perhaps we can call it a day there. Alright, but we've done some partial exploring of Crystal Peak and managed to get a new mobility power-up that allows us to go flying across large gaps. And there are a number of places that will be useful to us. And so I look forward to using that capability more in future episodes so that we can explore more of this vast world. I love exploration in general in video games, and the level design and just vastness of the world in this game is pretty amazing, and now we'll be able to explore more of it together. So look forward to that with more of Hollow Knight. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. You know what? I think I went the whole episode without ever using my new crazy super dash maneuver. I should remember that I have that. It could be useful.